What's something you thought was common knowledge but found out most people didn't know? A lot of media online. It's easy to see something being really popular online and forget that it's only popular amongst people of a certain demographic or audience. Being nice and patient will give you a bigger chance of getting a refund or a new of whatever is broken than being angry and blaming the random worker. You wash out blood with cold water. If the traffic lights are out at an intersection, treat it as a four-way stop. Knocking on a door before going inside. Some people confuse the concepts of checking your oil level with changing your oil periodically. Both activities need to be done regularly. As in, why would I need to change the oil? The light hasn't come on yet. Quote, gambling at a casino will most likely result in losing money. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Some eggs aren't fertilized and will never become a baby, chicken, penguin. It baffles me how many folks I've had to explain that to this month alone. Odd, even addresses are on opposite sides of the street. Just because something is being talked about in mainstream news doesn't actually mean it's important. Likewise, just because something isn't being talked about in mainstream news doesn't mean it's not important. For examples of this, the news likes to talk an awful lot about pointless topics like Donald Trump's weirdly shaped ass when he played tennis that one time, or Joe Biden liking ice cream. These stories are not news. Meanwhile, there are very serious topics which get very little or no coverage at all, and when they do get covered, are often purposefully misrepresented. Mainstream news outlets are primarily just mouthpieces for propaganda. One more. Much of the content that makes the rounds in social media isn't actually organic. There are companies out there paying for likes, upvotes and shares. Take Reddit for example. It's a well-known fact that many of the users on this website are bots. But most of us just upvote their reposts every single day, boosting their karma ranking, and then ignore the consequences of that. There's a lot of ideas which get exchanged on social media today which are not actually popular ideas, but they're getting thrown around and boosted because powerful players want the masses to either adopt those mindsets or believe information which may or may not be true. For whatever means. Who knows? You are not immune to propaganda. In fact, you help spread it if you start investigating the profiles of different users you come across. It's very easy to spot bots or paid trolls. I understand that I sound like a conspiracy theorist for sharing this information. Police are allowed to lie to you, manipulate you and twist your words during integrations. Most people assume there's some kind of rule in place, but once you waive your right to an attorney and agree to talk, they can basically do whatever they want short of a threat. Innocent or not, always lawyer up immediately. Blue light on your dash means your brights are on. If you want to drink beer all night long, drink a glass of water between each beer. You will be the last one standing. The arrow next to your gas pump symbol on your dashboard indicates what side of the car your tank is on. Fuel pump car. Cows have to give birth first before they can produce milk, just like any other mammal. That you should wash your hands every time you use the toilet. Yes, even if you got nothing on them. Mayonnaise does not have any dairy in it. Just because eggs are sold in the dairy section of the grocery store does not mean eggs are dairy products. They will not trigger your lactose intolerance because they have no lactose in them. I have an inner monologue which I thought everyone had. The older I get, the more I'm realizing basic history is not known at all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.